Welcome to the Bear Market Index 100x Safe List. And I guess we left no suspension at all. As we told you, the number 2 coin on our list is Sinverse. Now, let me give you a quick review as to why or how we pick our coins to review. First of all, the Bear Market Index is the safe list has a process, okay? And so what we do, we start by establishing what we call the ABMI rating, Altcoin Bear Market Index. We just start with 250 coins. Now we just put some emphasis on 100 coins based on the top 100 coins by market cap, and then we look at the top 100 metaverse altcoins, and that's because we think the biggest growth in the industry is going to come from the metaverse coins, and then we have 50 additional coins that have made our watch list. The second step we do is after we have those 250, we have the ratings. We select that down to there's 75 altcoins at that point that we now put under the microscope. We spend 20 to 25 hours at least researching. I believe this list actually took closer to about 60 hours of researching because we had so many new coins that we were looking at. With a goal of eliminating at least 50 of the altcoins. So it's a process of elimination, and we're looking at 10 factors. It might include their funding, their business model, emissions, partners, and their management. And so once we've established that, we're down to our 25, and now what we do is we look at step number 3, which would be the current market conditions and how those affect each of the different coins, and then we end up with our 12. Yesterday, we introduced our number 1 coin through a video. Today, we're introducing our number 2 coin, and we're excited about doing that. So just kind of give a little bit of a background. What do the whales watch, okay? We always talk about watching the whales, but what do they watch? The Altcoin Bear Market is determined it's a data-driven algorithm that's determined purely on 19 different market indicators, okay? We don't manipulate the data. It comes out as it comes out, and that's why it's a starting point for what we do for investing, and we start with that number. So we believe that we have discovered over the last number of years, we've discovered that we have a very similar system to what the whales are watching and use to determine which their next play or market pump is going to be. And because of that, we believe that we can beat them to the punch because we've been consistently doing that now for quite a while. So we'll start off with what we call the raw BMI. So the BMI started off as just being our altcoin market index, okay? And so that index really was focused on what's going on during the bull run, which now your ABMI, now that is now has other indicators in there that take into account for the bear market. So our number 2 choice, as I said, is Sinverse, and the reason is it had a raw BMI of 58.9. At the time, the current market price was 1.392 cents. What is strong right here, you'll see the bear market low on this coin was 0.1303, which means it's already at 93.6% of the low, which means that the ability for it to move down, or the likelihood of it moving down, has a very small level where it can go down. On the other side of it, the bull market high was 69 cents. All right, and so that gives you room for a 60x back to bull market high. So even though this Sinverse happens to be our number 2 choice, as a group, for me personally, Sinverse is my number 1 choice. So it's number 2 on our list and number 1 in my heart. So what do we have here? Well, we have let me go back. What do we have here? The net ABMI on this was 26.58. Now that came down quite a bit, all right, from the 58 that we had on the other. But there was 2 major factors that I think are not that significant, but there are 2 major factors that caused the rating to come down. And what it was that it has a low market cap of 2.9 million. Okay, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And it also has a circulations circulating supply of only 19%. And again, we'll discuss that here in a little bit, but those are the two reasons it came down. So when it comes to the bear market and it comes to small cap coins, the number one question I believe you should always ask is, are they going to make it? How is their funding? And so keep in mind that Sinverse recently changed their name. They used to be called Sin City Metaverse, and they launched in October 2021. But they already have over 25,000, as of May, they had 25,000 holders, and they have quite a bit of exciting things happening there. And here's the thing. They were able to create $3.5 million in sales in 17 districts. But even more importantly than that, they have further backing from Magnus Capital, Maven Capital, Twin Apex Capital, U21 Capital, and have a partnership with Vulcan Forged. So I think that's very strong right there. If you look at their partners here, a complete list of them, as I mentioned, they expand. Notice they've had Polygon on there, KuCoin, Gate.io. Just a lot of great things happening there. So, and this is from the Global Newswire that came out May 4th. Sinverse partners with KuCoin Exchange and Chasa Bank, bringing their virtual offices to Metaverse. And one of the things you have to look at when it comes into money, into the situation, because of the fact that coins, the crypto market is not like the stock market where they don't get to understand the business model beyond what they publish. You don't get to see the financials or whatever. You want to follow the people who do. We call that the smart money, and that is the venture capitalist. And when you have venture capitalists putting money into companies, it gives them strength, but it also gives us a signal that they really do have a solid business plan. It's not going to be a rug pull. Team, very solid, went through the team, took a look at them here. This is off of their website. I also, one of the things, as I mentioned earlier, concerned about the 19% circulating supply. Well, that is covered by, as you see the circled area there, their emission schedule. Basically, the vast majority of their coins come out 24, 36, and 47 months. We haven't even hit the 12-month level yet, and so definitely the emissions of their coins really eliminate, for me, the limited circulating supply. Their tokenomics look very sound. There's no alarms. And keep in mind, when you have good information like their funding and stuff, you're just going through and looking for alarms. You're looking for anything that might signal that there could be a problem. And that's, I don't see that here in that situation. Also, I like this a lot. If you look at their roadmap, right, they have upcoming events to drive interest in their coin. They have great things coming up in both the third and the fourth quarter. They have some things they're still finishing off in the second quarter. So I think that that's something that's going to get a lot of attention coming up here. And they also have enough following to make a difference. It's great to have good news, but if you have nobody to tell, what's it matter? But they have 41,000 followers on Twitter, and CoinMarket Cap has, on their watch list, has 38,000 people watching Sinverse. So this is, again, very positive information. And then I like Sinverse's focus. I mentioned earlier, Metaverse, gaming ecosystem, and the Omniverse. Listen, Metaverse, we're talking about $11 billion market cap in Metaverse, and it's going to go into the trillions over the next few years. So just think about it as a general rule. Kind of think about the bubble that we had with the .com. I mean, if your market's going to grow 100x, just to $1 trillion, let's say in the next 3 years, well, that would mean if the market cap grows to $1 trillion, and this is going to go to multiple trillions, that the average coin, the average upside is going to be a 100x. Well, that is a very strong market to play in. And I think this is the right time to look at this coin. So the ultimate question we always come back to is this here. Do you think there's a good chance, a likelihood, that this coin could push the market cap to 10 to 20 million in the next 1 to 3 months? Now, this is where we come back to, remember, the 2.9 million market cap, where its strength is that it really doesn't take a bunch of whales coming in here to push this up. This can be pushed up by retail, but it also could take a half a whale or a quarter of a whale, could drive this coin on his or her own. All right, and therefore I think the play is strong from my personal perspective. And if it is, okay, let's remember, we don't want to get over greedy here. If it does, if you get that somewhere between a 3x or a 4x to a 10x, right? You have the ability to take and sell off 30 to 40%, getting your original investment back and a tiny little profit, okay? And then at that point, you now have the coins that you have left over, the extra SIN that you have left over all happens to be, you're playing with house money. You can sit back and see, hey, does this hit 20x, 50x, 100x, and make a massive profit with virtually no risk. So therefore, I like Sinverse. Now, I want you to remember this here about your portfolio management. When you're buying crypto, especially in this bear market, spread your portfolio funds out. I recommend that if you have $2,500 to play with, then you want to go ahead and have 4 to 5 altcoins at a max. 5,000, you can go up to 6 to 8, and 10,000. You can go ahead and have 10 to 12. Now, think about it like this here. If you had 10 altcoins at $1,000 each at the 10,000 level, and one of them hits 50x and the other ones all do nothing or even go bust, you're still up 5x overall in your entire investment. But of course, our goal is to try to help establish things that are safe to invest in. And that's why following the smart money is so important. When making sure they have the funding. Now, look, we're not giving you financial advice, okay? This is just designed as the concept is we're not giving you financial advice or making recommendations to purchase. As always, you should do your own research before investing. Remember that the ABMI ranking does not consider breaking news and altcoin stability, general investing, and the talking heads who are pumping coins, okay? So all these things need to be considered when you are making purchases, and so that's why we don't give advice, but we think that we give you a really good starting point on where to look, okay? With all the coins out there, you have to get an idea of where to look, and we probably, as you saw, we said we get down to 25 coins that we thought were all good investments, but we still got rid of 13 of them, all right, and only kept 12, and we started off with 250, so it is a whittling down process, and it's smart to do that. All right, as we said, there are 11 other safe list coins to review. Watch the videos as they come out, and we'll keep them rolling. And if you like the information, we'll keep putting it out there. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.